Thank you. Okay. Good
So-
afternoon. We'll have the roll call by our illustrious secretary, Ms. Lee,
Okay, Johnny Houston,
here.
Ed Stadnick,
He's here.
I'm
and
here.
Melanie, and Melanie Veal.
She's here.
Well, she's not on the screen.
Well, yeah, I see her name up there. I see her.
Yeah,
Michelle,
the microphone's turned off.
Joanne, can you hear me? This is Ed.
Yes, we can
Yeah,
hear you.
we can hear you.
Thank you very much.
So I don't know how to tell her.
Melanie, you're muted, Melanie.
Can she hear?
I think she can hear us. She's just muted.
Okay, Melanie, you're muted.
Maybe if somebody just holds up a little note.
You're muted. I don't know how to do
She's
that.
fine. She's fine.
I'm here.
There
Okay,
you go.
good. All
Okay.
right, thanks. Okay, the minutes. Did everybody read the minutes? And I have some questions about the first set, and I'll ask, and I know you guys have read all this, but I didn't understand, so I thought I better ask a couple of questions. So let me go to page 3.
That was on September 24th, right? Because you talked to me about it earlier.
September the 9th.
Oh, okay, okay.
September the 9th, page 3. Oh, gosh. September the 9th, page 3. And when you go down 1, 2, 3, the third paragraph, the last sentence, where it says Mr. Stanwyck moved, and the last sentence, it says voting on the motion, yes. And you told us all of us voted and abstain. Oh no, we had one person. That's okay. That one's okay because that was okay. And we go down to new business, the second paragraph, down at the very bottom where it says motion passed 4-0 with 1 abstention. That's okay too. And then we
Yeah,
go
now
down,
I see what you're talking about.
and then we go down to B, where it says a police officer written, and right up under there it says written test will be done again. And I think that should be will be done again. Written test will be done again. You see that on the B,
Yeah.
B second line. Would that be
Yeah,
will
you're
be?
right.
Okay, and then after the next line, it says he advised that the test would be given. I think it should be given and administrated differential.
Okay.
Shouldn't that be?
Oh, the word
and in there?
given should come out.
Given
It
should be,
administered. Okay, so you want to take, okay, that's
take out
fine.
given.
Okay.
All right. Then we go down 2 more lines. Now let me see. Wait, what were 2? We plan in a minute. That's okay about that one. Okay. Let's go over to page 4. Oh yeah, where's my blind self? Okay, page 4. The second line, it says written. See there? And when we say test for the, as presented, test for the written.
It was
and
police
test-
officer.
Say do what?
It would be police officer.
Police officer written. And then
Written test. Okay, here we go.
test. So that test for the, as presented, it just, something is a written test. So you want to take out the Angela, you want to take that out?
Actually, I'll tell you what it should read. It's going to read is written agility test for the police officer position as presented.
Oh, we left out, okay, police officer position, police officer. position. Okay, thank you. Then we go down
Oh,
to,
wait a minute.
Wait a
The
minute,
vote's wrong too. It should be
Yeah,
five.
it should be
right.
5-0.
right, yeah, that's it. Okay. Yeah, 5-0. And we're gonna have that in here quite a bit, the 5-0. And then good results from that test. Okay, that's okay. They do sit, train, and know the work that they do. It's okay. Let's get down to Mr. Stanwyck. You see that paragraph where it says Mr. Stanwyck asked what the current makeup of the fire staff is. You see that?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, you go down the third line from that. That should be that there, I believe. That there, instead of there.
Yep, you're
Yeah.
right.
Back there.
Okay, you come down. That's okay for that. And you come down to Wright Smith, and the motion passed 5-0.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yep.
And then we come down to the next under D,
Mhm.
motion passed 5-0.
Mhm.
And then you go over to the last page where you see, you come all the way down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And when you see Mrs. Houston, you spell it Houston. My husband told me it was HU. Now I don't know. But that's what he
Sorry.
told me. I don't know. And then we get down to the vote. I think that would be 5-0.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's all I see. So I'll wait for Ed. What you got to say there, Mr. Ed?
You did a good job finding those errors.
I see your bill.
I have to apologize. I read the September 24th meeting thinking that we had already passed September 9th. And
Well,
it was already amended, even though it says draft.
yeah, well,
You did a good job.
okay. Okay, so on the next minutes, the minutes are September the 24th, 2020.
Yep.
All right. What do you see wrong with that? You're reading that well.
I read this and I didn't pick up errors in it.
And this one, September 24th.
Yeah, September 24th.
Okay, I didn't finish it, so if Ed said there are no mistakes. What about you, Miss Melanie? Miss Melanie?
She's unmuting herself.
I'm unmuting myself. We got an
Uh,
issue at my home that I'm trying to take care of at the same time.
All right. Do you see any errors on September the 24th minutes?
What's September the 24th minutes?
It was a virtual meeting, September the 24th.
Oh. I can't answer that. I didn't have time to look at it.
Okay, we'll let it stand as printed. Okay, we'll let it stand as printed. Okay,
So someone needs to move and second to approve the September 9th with the corrections and the September 24th as
So
presented.
moved, Ed Stadnick.
Stanley moves.
Second.
Okay, Melanie second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion. Okay, motion carried. Okay, now we need the comments from the public. I'm looking for the public. I see no public. The reports from the commission members. I have no reports. And I think we just ask about the the shots, and we've been given some information just to, sign up for everybody, for everywhere. So that's what we'll do. So we're talking, and my question is, why don't we have some place in Forest Park to give us shots?
I'll address all that in my report.
Okay, then I'll just wait. Anybody else from the commission got something else to say?
I was fortunate to receive my shot last Wednesday. It was a Pfizer shot, and I'll receive it on March the 3rd, after a 3 weeks wait period.
Very good,
Second shot.
very good.
But I can't get a shot from my wife. I've been trying for 2 weeks and there are no vaccines available or no appointments available that I can find.
Same here. But I thought it was because I was too pretty. I didn't know. Okay, Ed. Now I'm gonna say it's because we females. Okay. Anybody else? Melanie?
I have nothing.
Okay. Then we'll go down to our council. All right.
Couple things. One, first of all, not much going on council, pretty much routine things. There was a little activity in terms of incentives for economic development at the end of the year last year, but not much since then. In terms, I do want to introduce Savon Gibson. Since I'm on the Human Resources Committee, we had 2 applications, one for Parks and Recreation, I think, I'm not sure, and Savon's. And we had nothing available that Savon was asking for, but we did apprise him of those commissions and committees that did have vacancies. And given his background, I personally thought this would be a good committee for him to explore. So please, he's here to kind of observe and give him an opportunity maybe to say something at the end. In terms of COVID, I don't know whether Melanie was on or Ed was on at the time that I talked with you, but my advice is register at as many different places as you can. One of the places to register is with the Hamilton County Public Health Department. Regardless of your age and whether you're ready to qualify for a vaccine, you can still register. They won't start trying to fill positions until they have vaccines. But I'm told by the person who scheduled mine that they went through all of the people in what they call the 1A category, which were people like like healthcare workers and first responders. And by the time they were supposed to be starting to give shots to age groups, they were trying to roll out the second shots for those first people. But as we know, if you've been watching the news, the vaccine rollout is stepping up, and it has increased to 1.3 million this week, and it is going to continue to kind of increase. So the second option would be if you are in a health network like TriHealth, which you can tap into through MyChart, sign up through that vehicle. If you are in Mercy or any other healthcare provider network, try to sign up there. Also sign up if you can through various pharmacy networks. And the best thing is to just reach out and try to tap into every possible registration opportunity that is out there. Now, in terms of in Forest Park, we had an event out here probably at sometime in January. I think it was designated for first responders. And the mayor has been in touch with the public health department to see if they can't schedule other events out here. But they are looking for places that have sufficient room so that people can, number one, and this is the procedure that you go through when you go, a place to sign people in, a place then to sit and wait while the shots are being administered, and then they send you up to the places where the shots are administered, and then they have to have a place to send you to wait your 15 minutes, and then another place to go and schedule for your next shot. So whether we have that available in Forest Park is a question. And one of the things that he did want to explore, I don't know if he has spoken with the school district, but when the school district opens up the new school at spring break, the old school might be available as a venue. So I know that he is trying to look for a venue some here in Forest Park, but my shot, the place I got my shot was in Evendale, so it's not that far away. And that's what I know at this point.
Well, Diane, why can't we stay in the car? We see them give people shots in the cars.
I don't know. I will raise that with him. If there's some place in Forest Park where they could do that, Inspirational Baptist Church might be an opportunity where people can go through the parking lot there.
Right.
But I'll raise that with him, whether there could be a drive-through spot where they could do that.
Okay, Ed.
Well, Mercy Hospital, Fairfield, has, well, at least they did when I was up there last Friday. They have the tents up there that you drive through, but they don't have any vaccine available. I called that number for them. They have an 866 number to call for appointments. And I called that number and they just says, we're out of vaccine. There are no appointments available. The same with Tri-Health. They have a number 513-86-COVID, COVID. And if you dial that, I'm a member of Tri-Health. So I'm eligible, being of the older age group, to get a shot. But when you call 513-86-COVID, it tells you we have no vaccines available. Please try back at a later date. So all these places where you say sign up, Diane, Kroger, I registered at Kroger with my email address and that, but they've got no shots available either, except in very distant places.
Yeah, I understand that that's the difficulty. It's getting the sufficient number out for the demand. But as long as you are registered, hopefully as the vaccine rollout expands and more are able to be sent out, they will go down through the registrations and call. That I got called by Hamilton County Public Health because I was already registered.
Okay. But Diane, that's your new job, to get us vaccinated. All right.
You ain't got to worry
Good
about
luck with
me.
that.
You don't have
Well,
to worry about me.
Well, we don't want to vaccinate children, just adults. How about
Well,
that?
good luck with that, because I can't even get anybody. And I've had all kinds of calls at the city. Where can I get one? And the answer is call the Hamilton County Board of Health, because nobody's able to get through to anyone. It's horrible.
Right now.
Now, I
Well-
did receive a call this week that the Quinn Chapel, they want to be a place to get them at. So I had them call Fire Chief Alfie Jones, because he's the one that I think set up the senior center with the department,
Who did?
and hopefully he'll be able to do it. But he said that they would love to be one, and that would be a good spot.
Yes, it would be. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
So that's my only comment. Sorry.
Yeah. All right, school. I need to know when the school gonna open.
Supposed to be after spring break.
Supposed to be
Oh.
spring break.
After spring break and after kids going in after spring break? When I say school open, I mean the new high school.
Correct.
After spring break this year.
Yes.
Well,
For
when
the
y'all
high
gonna let
school,
up? When
not
we
for the
gonna,
elementary. The
Huh?
elementary, not, the high school will open after spring break. The elementary will not open until the fall. They're not ready to move in over there till the fall.
well, when are we gonna get to see the new school? Cause last time, so when are they gonna let the public go in to see the schools? Don't tell me I missed it.
I don't know. I don't know. They
Yeah,
set up,
I don't think you missed it. I think that it was canceled when we were gonna go through the last time about a month ago.
Okay.
Now, the school, the intermediate school, I substitute taught up there last week one day and the week before that one day. They're on a schedule where they're totally closed Wednesday for sanitization purposes. And they have half the kids virtual on Monday and Thursday and half the kids in class those days. Well, I shouldn't say half, it's open to half, but a lot of the parents aren't sending their kids in. I only had 6 kids in both of my classes those 2 days I subbed.
Oh, well, all I just have to say is I think that's terrible. They did not figure how they can invite the public in. Whether we go or not, they still take our money for taxes. So I just want to say, I don't know, am I supposed to fuss with you, Diane, about it?
well, no, I have nothing to do with the school system.
Okay. You look like a good person to fuss with.
I will say that they did have a day, probably back in January, where they did invite the council members in and some of the department heads. And it is, we had to wear hard hats because they're not done. They weren't done then. And there was a lot of finishing that still needed to be done. So that may have also been one of the reasons they canceled it for the public, is because it just is, it wouldn't be safe for a lot of people to be going through right now, probably.
All right. Well, I just want them to, before they take all my money, just, just let them know that I don't appreciate that.
I'm not gonna let him know. Call over there.
Okay. We'll tell somebody, let them know I'm upset. Okay, our human resource director.
Yes. So just to touch on that, I know our building director and our fire chief, Alfie, they were doing like final inspections this week. So they said it's pretty much ready. They just had to do a few finals. So maybe they'll do a virtual tour online or something. I don't know. I haven't talked to them.
Oh,
but
that'd be good.
yeah. So yeah. So if I hear of something, I'll let you all know.
Sounds good.
Just to give you an update on the city, so the municipal building's mostly closed to the public right now. Now the tax office, which is in the senior center right now, is actually just opened this week. So because the IRS has not moved the tax filing deadline, so it's still April 15th. So everybody can start going to the senior center to file their taxes. But during this time, we also have limited admin staff that's actually in the building. I'm there every day. The city manager's there every day, but Joanne's working from home some. There's other places, and we're actually having some renovations going on down pretty much on all levels of the city. So a lot of that's COVID related. There, we got some CARES funds to help with that. So it'll be a little more touchless. The finances office is brand new, so it looks a lot nicer. There's going to be glass in front of everybody. So next filing season, not this year, or even the rest of this year, it'll be at the tax office, and it'll look a lot nicer, a lot safer. Let's see what else I got. And then from the HR side of things, we have had resignations this year. We've had, well, since late last year, we've had 3. We have Officer Tanner Sendez left at the end of the year. Our engineering technician, Michael Holliday, left on January 22nd. and our office associate 2, which is the main reception, Lauren Campbell, left on February 5th. So we're actually, those are all 3 still vacant. Now, the police one, we actually posted the police job on January 15th, I believe, and it runs through April 9th. To date, we've received 39 applications, and then we have 6 more scheduled. We are very excited about the way we did this time. It's still a national testing network, but we decided we went with their diversity optimized scoring system. And I think that has helped. We just were looking the other day of all of our applicants. So there's 39, but they have to pass a test. There's about 10 of them that didn't pass. But so of the ones that have passed, about 40% are minorities, either female or other than white. So that's good. I think that's better than we've gotten in the past. So we're really, really hopeful for this. And this runs through April 9th. So I think we're really trying to reach out to as many people as we can. And so we'll see how that, and I think we're going to hire up to 3 because we have 2 more that are probably going to leave by the end of the year. So we know they're going to leave at the end of the year, and we may have another 1 or 2 leave early next year. So but this will give us an active list to pull. So we hire 3, and then if we have more next year, that it'll be an active list. So hopefully it all works out. Let's see what else. Oh, and then we're going to talk about the office associate later. So we can, that's the front main reception desk. So we'll be replacing that. We're hoping to use that off the same list we currently have that expires in a few months, actually. But we've called, and there's people still interested in that job. So, and then the maintenance worker update, we are still in the process. We did offer it to one person who actually was a resident, but he eventually pulled himself out due to personal reasons. So now we're actually talking to somebody else right now, going through background check, and that's just where we're waiting on all the background checks to come out. So I'll have more of an update next time. I really don't have much else to say on that. We actually got delayed a lot due to COVID because most of our public works department got COVID in December. So we couldn't do much in December and early January. And then that's really about all I got.
Okay. Well, all righty. Thank you. See, we missing anybody. All right.
I'm just me.
Okay, Melanie.
Melanie didn't say that.
No.
No,
Joanne.
Joanne. Okay, Joanne.
The only thing I have to report is the next time y'all meet, I will, or maybe in between then, I'll be sending you the report that I always do every year of the Civil Service Commission's activities that has to go to the State Personnel Board of Review. And I think it's due either by the end of March or the 1st of April, but I haven't done that yet, but that will be coming. And I just wanted to let you know, we really haven't had that much activity. It basically just shows, the tests we've given, how many applications we got for the test, how many we hired, how many resigned, how many retired, et cetera. So like I said, 2020 was a very light year for us because we really didn't give any tests except for the maintenance worker. And, it's not going to be as big as before, but I just wanted to let you all know that was coming.
Okay. Sounds good to me. All right. Old business. I see none. New business. So we got A, filling the engineer technician position.
Yes, this is Michael Holliday left on 122, like I said earlier. So we're actually just requesting to fill it the exact same way we did last time, which was I think it was two years ago. I think, and Joanne maybe can give a little more insight, but I think we exempt it from testing because it's a very niche position. It's like you need a little bit of engineering background. I don't have the job description on me, but there's a lot that goes into it. So it's last time we had, I think, 10 applicants for the job, just to give you an idea.
Inside, out.
Oh, go ahead.
Inside, out.
And inside, what do you mean?
Were the applicants working for Forest Park at the time?
No, they were all outside.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, Joanne. What you say
Uh,
about this?
Oh, I was only just gonna add that, what Andy said was correct. Basically, we filled it, I think, like, the first time was like about almost 4 to 5 years ago, and then a couple years after that, the other person, that was in the position came, and now he's resigned, and they both went to Fairfield. But other than that, like he said, it's a very specialized position. We give this test as part of the interview process that you're gonna be, the assessment for it. Because, most of the people, all the people, they have to have a certain level of training. And this is to assess that they can do what we need them to do, similar with what the maintenance worker was.
Okay. Okay. Anybody else got any comments on this, on A? Okay, then no comments?
I had a question of Joanne. Do you want these tests, the assessment test and the answers back,
Mhm.
or can I just shred them?
Joanne, you're on
And
mute.
you're on mute, Joanne.
I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, if you can shred them yourself, that's great. If you can't, you can do one, two things. You can either save them, and the next time we meet, you can bring them back. But the main thing is that, I don't want those to get out to the public, because if somebody was applying and they saw it ahead of time, then they would have an advantage over someone that's never seen it before.
All right. All right. We'll do either one, shred it or give it back to her.
I'll tell you what you can do too. The police department's open 24 hours a day. So if you put us in a sealed envelope with my name on it, if you happen to be up there, you could do that, or you could put it in the tax department, that mail slot too. That would be another way we could do it.
Okay. All right. Okay, we understand. All right, let's go down to B. Filling of office associate positions.
Wait a second. You have to approve of the use of the assessment for basically guys, two things. It could be the same motion, that it would be to permit filling of the engineer position, technician position, without a formal testing and eligibility list, but with the assessment for the position given at the time of the interview.
Okay. Everybody heard what Joanne said for A? We need a motion to deal with A. If you want to say ditto what Joanne said, fine. A, what's your pleasure? Commission, what's your pleasure for A?
I have a question. I want to be clear what we're moving on. The test that we received for the position, that's going to be given at the time of the interview of the person?
Correct. Yeah, correct. It'll be more we've done it for this job in the past, and basically we just accept applications and then we create the list based on the applications we receive, and then we give them the test at the interview.
Okay, so in the past, you and the city manager and the department manager have interviewed the person, right?
Correct.
And then are you going to give them the test and then bring them in for the interview, or?
I think in the past we did it, who we brought in for the second interview is who we gave the test to. But I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong on that, Joanne. Do you remember? You're muted.
Okay. Yeah, that is correct, that we gave it at the time of the interview. We had such few applicants that the ones that were chosen to come in for the interview, they got it before the interview started, and then I graded it. And then it was reviewed after everything was finished.
Okay, there you go. That was right. Okay, I was wrong.
Okay. Okay,
So
what's
you're going to do one interview with the test given prior to the interview?
Correct.
Correct.
Okay. And you and the city manager and the department head, who is now whom? It's not Dave Biscayne anymore. Who is it?
Well, Dave is still as a stormwater director until July 5th, so he may be involved in the interview, but Steve Gallenstein would be in on it as well.
Okay. So if this is appropriate, I'll move that we accept the test as written to be given prior to the interview of the applicants that are accepted for the interview.
Correct.
Okay,
So I made that motion.
okay, we'll wait for a second. May I have
I don't have a second yet because I have questions.
Okay.
all right,
So if I'm understanding this correct, okay, my question is, how are they chosen for an interview?
So last time, as long as they met the qualifications, we interviewed every one of them because we didn't get very many. I
So,
mean, we had 10 last time.
how many is there? So there's a list now.
Yes, but I think it was a one-time list. I don't think it's not because it was done in 18, I believe. That's what Joanne, I believe, is what you said, right?
Well, it's not a formal list. They were ranked, by how they did on the interview and how they did on the test. And so basically there was no formal list created, but what I can tell you is that even if you were to contact those people that were left, and I know, the last guy, I think he was the top candidate. They really weren't interested in any of the others, but they probably all gotten other positions. And so if, when we re-advertise, of course, they'd be welcome to apply again, and some of them may, some of them might not, but it's really a specialized position, and a lot of them just didn't meet the qualifications.
So we're gonna re-advertise for the position. And then based on those applicants that apply, if we get 10, we're gonna interview 10.
Yeah, as long as they meet the qualifications of the job description.
And then after the interview, you going to give the assessment.
No, they get the assessment before the interview.
They get the assessment before. So, so we get 10 people that apply. Not all 10 are going to get the assessment, are they?
If we
If
interview
they're
all
all
10,
interviewed, yes.
But the assessment comes before the interview,
correct.
same day.
Mhm. Right. And it could be less than that. It could be more. We might have, like we did for the maintenance, we might have 20, and so we would do all 20 of them. It doesn't really take them that long to do this test because it's pretty simple.
When is it going to get advertised?
As soon as we can. So once you guys give the approval.
Okay.
I mean, I'll probably have it done by Friday if you guys approved it today.
Got it. So I guess I second. What's her name? Where's Lori?
She actually sent me, and I put that in the email to you all. She
I didn't
sent
get an
me
email.
well, it's actually in the 2 emails I sent out to the commission. And in the one paragraph, I said that
She has
I wasn't sure.
COVID. That's
Right.
right.
I
That's
wasn't sure if
right.
she's
I
going to
saw
come
it.
or not. And she was feeling
Sorry.
really sick and she couldn't vote.
Oh, I understand. I had it.
Yeah, it's a horrible thing.
Yeah, it is. Okay, I second the motion.
okay, it's been properly moved and second, all in favor? Aye,
Aye.
Aye.
okay, okay, all 3 of us. Then motion carried. Now at B, filling of the office associate 2 position.
Yeah, so this one, we actually have 2. We have another lady who, her name's Connie. She works in the building department. She's actually retiring in June. So we're probably going to we would like to try to pre-fill her from the current list that we have. So we're going to do both that one and the front desk, the main front desk. Joanne called and asked all the different ones, and we have 8 people that are still interested. So I think we're going to interview all 8 and then and see if we can fill those 2 positions that way. So this doesn't require an approval from you guys yet. Depending on how all this goes, and then we may come back and we're gonna have to abolish this list by, I think it expires anyways by June. So we were thinking about abolishing it by like May 15th or something. I can't remember what we said, Joanne, but
I think it was gonna be maybe April. It just depended on, if, by then we should have the interviews done, and if we selected someone, or one or more people, they would go for pre-employment testing. But whenever we would finish, and if we knew we were gonna hire 0, or we were gonna hire 2, or we weren't gonna hire any, then we'd ask for abolishment. If we selected 2 people, then we just let the list expire in June as scheduled.
yeah. So it's more just an informative one that this is coming up in the next couple meetings, but so if you had any questions.
All righty, so we don't need to take any action on that.
No.
Okay. Anything? Okay. Do we have anything else to discuss? Okay, Ed.
Were you going to ask Mr. Gibson to introduce himself to the commission? And
I was gonna go back to Diane and let Diane do it. How about that?
okay, we're not, do we have anything else on the agenda?
Well, that's what I just asked before I went back to Diane. Was there anything else before I go back to Ms. Hurd?
No, I have nothing else.
Joanne?
No, that's it.
Okay, Melanie?
No.
Okay, Ed?
No,
Okay, then back to Ms. Hurd. Would you like to tell us something about?
Well, I would like him to tell you something about himself. If he can unmute himself. I don't know whether he's in a car or what, but
No, he's not in the car.
it's a little dark.
Yes,
He's unmuted himself. Okay, we would like to hear from you.
hello, everyone. My name is Savon Gibson. Can you hear me pretty well?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, I've been a resident of Forest Park for about 6 years now. My children recently started going to the school last school year, and I just wanted to get in and start being a the community, giving back to the community. In the past, I've sat on boards for, I currently sit on the Talbot House Fatherhood Committee board, and also I've sat on board for the United Way. So I just wanted to be involved with my community, with my city of Forest Park, and just jump in and help out how I can, however you guys need me.
Well, I want to say that we certainly thank you for considering us. I'll
Yes,
let the
ma'am.
other commission members speak. Why don't we go
I have a question.
Okay, Ed.
Mr. Gibson, you say you were involved in the Talbot House as well as, I want to say United Way, but that's not right. You mentioned another.
Yeah, United Way.
Oh, I'm
It was
sorry.
the Talbot House Fatherhood Committee and United Way Board Steering Committee.
Okay. Now, were you employed by either of those, or where were you employed?
I'm currently employed by the IRS. I've been with the IRS for 7 years now. And I also have my own company, Gibson Financial Planning. My field is in the financial industry. I've been in that field for 12 years now. And I'm currently, like I said, I'm a financial planner. And my goal last year was to sit for my certified financial planning exam. But due to COVID, I was unable to. But my goal is to sit for it this year. And some more background. Since 2015, I've been doing financial literacy programs throughout Cincinnati that have impacted over 500 families with my programs.
Hmm.
I got it.
Okay, thank you, sir.
No problem.
Miss Melanie?
I think I'm gonna let him get his gas.
Yes, my kids was at karate practice at the Y, and so I gotta stop and get gas before we go home.
I see on here that you have human resource assistant. Is that with the IRS?
Yes, ma'am. I'm currently, I used to be the bad guy at the IRS, but now my current role is for the past 2 years has been human resource assistant.
You still the bad guy. Sorry, HR, we get bad raps.
Yep.
Well, when you HR with the IRS, that's a good thing. They were more worried about the collectors.
Oh,
Are they gonna extend the tax deadline at all, or is it staying this year?
I have heard nothing.
Okay.
So how did you come to hear that we need another member on our commission?
Well, I put in an application to see what was open and what was available and how can I help out.
Okay.
And with my application, I was matched with you guys, and I said, hey, that'd be a great fit to get my feet wet. So I just want to come in and help out how I can, where you need me to. And like I said, just be more involved with my community.
Okay. Be careful what you ask for.
Yes, ma'am.
No. Can we drop the ma'am part?
I can't because if I don't say yes, ma'am, my mother might come out of somewhere and hit me over the head with something.
I won't tell.
Okay. Let's see. I just want to say on a serious note, we certainly thank you for considering us, and we just hope that you'll come aboard. I don't know the
Yes, ma'am.
procedures. Thank you. I don't know the procedures that you would do, but I think we're going to go back through the commission, right, Ms. Herb?
Yes, if he finds this to be interesting and something he would like, I would suggest that he contact Sally, the clerk of council, and she will let the Human Resources Committee know, and the Human Resources Committee will make a decision on recommending him to council.
Okay.
All righty. Sounds good.
All right.
All right,
Do you
thank
have
you.
any questions for us?
No, ma'am. This has been a good meeting. And I just wanted to observe and see how things go. So no questions at this moment.
Yeah, that's what you said. You wanted to observe. And we thank you for observing, because Ms. Herb told us that you wanted to observe us. So we thank you for observing us. And we know we so pretty till you just got to come aboard. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Anything else before we adjourn?
No.
No,
Okay. If we have nothing else, then we consider ourselves adjourned. And I want to thank all of you guys for hooking us up. And I'm learning how to do this better.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Well,